Imagine spending your hard-earned money on a car, only to watch its value nosedive faster than a sinking ship. Not because you drove it too much, but because the car itself was a ticking time bomb the moment it left the lot. These 20 cars have gone from showroom dreams to financial nightmares. And if you're thinking about buying one, this video might just save you thousands of dollars and years of regret. So before you sign anything, watch this, because by the end, you'll know exactly what not to buy and why. Let's start with a car that looked promising but turned out to be a major disappointment, the Chrysler 200. Sleek on the outside, but a mess underneath. Owners have reported endless problems with the transmission, jerky shifting, and electrical gremlins. Its resale value tanked so fast that even used car dealers now avoid it like the plague. Next up, the Dodge Dart. So, this was a compact car that just never really found its place in the market. Poor build quality, underwhelming engines, and honestly, kind of an identity crisis doomed it from the start. The Dart vanished almost as quickly as it appeared, and yeah, for good reason. The Mitsubishi Mirage may seem like a budget-friendly city car, but don't be fooled. It's actually one of the cheapest new cars on the market, and well, it definitely feels like it. You get a painfully slow engine, a noisy cabin, and honestly, paper-thin materials. The worst part? Some used Mirages have sold for under $1,000 with less than 70,000 miles. That's not just depreciation, that's desperation. Now let's talk about cars that promised luxury, but ended up delivering heartache. The Jaguar X-Type is a perfect example. On the surface, it had all the class and style of a premium sedan. But under the skin, it was built on a Ford platform, and it really showed. Unreliable electronics, constant mechanical issues, and repair costs that honestly made owners cry. Then there's the BMW 7 Series, specifically the older models. These were high-tech marvels when new. But once those fancy gadgets start breaking, and they will, it's a nightmare. Fixing a single module can cost more than a month's salary. No wonder the resale value drops off a cliff the moment it leaves the warranty window. The Cadillac XTS looked sharp and rode well, but lacked soul. Its front-wheel drive platform and soft performance never lived up to the Cadillac name. Add in rapid interior wear and electronic issues, and you've got a luxury sedan nobody's looking for anymore. Think SUVs are safer bets? Think again. The Jeep Compass, before 2017, was one of the weakest entries in the compact SUV segment. It looked the part but lacked capability. Poor materials, clunky handling, and an outdated CVT transmission earned it a terrible reputation. Remember the Nissan Juke? People either loved or hated the look, but even the fans couldn't overlook its faults. It had a cramped interior, an awkward driving position, and a CVT that wore out far too quickly. The resale values really reflect just how unloved it became. The Chevrolet Captiva Sport is one you probably forgot existed. And yeah, there's a reason for that. GM only sold it to rental fleets. It was never built for long-term reliability, and the market treated it accordingly. Today it's practically worthless, even if you find one in decent condition. Now onto sedans that, well, just self-destructed in value. The 6th generation Ford Taurus had power and size, sure, but it was bloated, inefficient, and far too heavy. Its resale value plummeted, and a lot of them ended up in government fleets or just auction lots. Chevrolet Malibu models from 2013 to 2016 had promise, but, issues with the 6-speed automatic transmission, cheap interior finishes, and bland performance really ruined its standing. Buyers looked elsewhere, and resale values dropped hard. The Hyundai Azura is another forgotten car. Sandwiched between the Sonata and Genesis, it just never found its audience. Now parts are rare, buyers are scarce, and its value, practically non-existent. The Fiat 500L is not the cute Fiat 500, it's the larger, clumsier version. It was plagued with terrible reliability, awkward handling, and an interior design that honestly left people confused. Critics panned it, owners hated it, and today the resale value is, well, a joke. Then there's the Scion IQ, Toyota's tiny city car experiment. It had excellent fuel economy, sure, but driving it felt like you were sitting in a go-kart with airbags. Buyers passed, and the market followed. Today, it's one of the cheapest used cars around, because honestly, nobody wants one. The Chevrolet Cruze seemed like a solid option, but early models, especially from 2011 to 2015, were riddled with engine problems, turbo failures, and electrical gremlins. It quietly faded from the top of the compact class, and today it sits near the bottom of resale charts. Even respected brands make missteps. The 2012 to 2018 Volkswagen Passat was VW's attempt to build an Americanized sedan. It lost the European charm and gained mediocrity. Soft handling, bland interiors, and questionable long-term reliability killed its resale appeal. Then there's the Dodge Avenger. It looked tough. It had that muscle car vibe. But the inside? Pure rental car. Cheap materials, a lack of refinement, and honestly, zero driving excitement. It quickly lost consumer interest and resale value. The Lincoln MKS tried to be a flagship luxury sedan. It failed. Bulky, boring, and outclassed by everything in its price range. It shared a platform with a Taurus, and that's exactly how it felt behind the wheel. Now it's nearly worthless on the used market. Even Toyota can stumble. The Prius C was meant to be a smaller, cheaper Prius, but it was slow, noisy, and honestly, it just lacked refinement. Buyers preferred the original Prius or moved to other hybrids entirely. Today, the Prius C sells far below expectations. Finally, the Buick Encore, a tiny SUV aimed at millennials who, well, never showed up. Underpowered, cramped, and uninspiring to drive. It tried to ride the crossover wave but ended up just getting washed away. Here's the brutal truth. Buying the wrong car can quietly destroy your finances. Some of these cars lost over 70% of their value in just 5 years, and the worst part, most of them look totally fine on the surface. Dealers might push them, prices might seem like a steal, but behind the wheel, you'll be paying in repair bills, time, and regret, so before you buy, pause. Come back to this video, or better, subscribe because every week, we bring you brutally honest car advice that can save you thousands. If you found even one car here that surprised you, hit that like button. If you're thinking of buying a used car, drop the name in the comments, and I'll tell you whether it's a smart move or a money pit. And if you want to avoid the next batch of worthless cars, make sure you're subscribed to Gear Specs. Because when it comes to cars, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection.